Welcome back to another exclusive edition of More to Live For. I'm the voice of the North. Shout out to all my loyal subscribers, man, the people who share my videos, people who watch and drop comments, the whole nine. Shout out to the new subscribers, man, who just, starting to get away with this good content. But nevertheless, I got a good project in store, man. Recently, I was able to connect with interesting young man that I was able to connect with him through my homeboy Rashad. So him and Rashad been on several North Carolina yards, and just know when they together, it's hell for the opposition. But nonetheless, shout out to him, cause it's a good interview we did. So shout out to him, everything that he got going on. There's some real gems in this interview. And definitely shout out my homeboy Rashad White. Free my homeboy Rashad White. Walking it down. 18 years in. What we at? 15 months to go. So yeah, walking it right on down. Free the real, man. Free the real. Like, comment, subscribe, man. More to live for.
Get this medical condition that I'm in prison for. I mean, not that I'm in prison for, that I got diagnosed with while I was incarcerated. So with this diagnosis came certain things that they were supposed to have done. You with me, Ernest?
Yeah, I'm following you.
And one of the and my senior granted is a rare neuromuscular autoimmune condition. So with the autoimmune means that your immune system overreacts. So in 2015, they were supposed to have been issuing a mask mandate for the prison based on my diagnosis. That's what I'm entitled to.
Right.
If I contact an airborne viral infection or a bacterial infection or any other 80 known communicable diseases that are known to be found in a densely populated, nasty, and unsanitary North Carolina prison, it can kill. So instead of them doing that, they were getting the money and wasn't putting it towards the...
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
They were just cramming us in here like the slave ships coming across the transit, being transatlantic, the transatlantic slave trade. That's basically what it was. You know, where they crammed all the slaves up under the deck, and half of them were dying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When they got here, they would come to America and be forced to work in the malarial rice fields. Well, these prisons are the new malarial rice fields of the 1800s. They're filled with disease. And UNC told them, the neurologist, the neuroscience team at UNC told the Department of Adult Corrections, well, it was the Department of Public Safety, hey, this guy got a rare medical condition. Y'all need to change the way that y'all do things to protect him. And so when they don't protect me, it doesn't protect y'all. Because prison health is public health. Controlling outbreaks of contagious diseases like COVID, the flu, MRSA, all that inside the prison is key to controlling outbreaks outside the prison. Now, mind you, they were supposed to be doing the mask mandate in 2015 and outbreak prevention safety measures. Do you know what that mask mandate would have did in 2020 when COVID hit, if it would have been in effect?
Man, it would have knocked some of them numbers way down.
It wouldn't have been no pandemic.
There you go.
It wouldn't have been no pandemic. And everything I'm telling you, so in 2019, I'm at Maury Correctional Institution. And I want you to look this up, whether I'm up here or not. I want you to see what President Xi Jinping of China said about COVID in 2023. Do you know the state that he said COVID came from?
Nah, I'm listening.
He said North Carolina.
Damn.
So now, mind you, he said that in 2023. You can go on Google and look this up right now if you want to. But he said in 2023. He said that in 2023 that the United States caused the pandemic. He was so right because in June of 2019, I contracted an airborne viral infection that was like no other viral infection I ever experienced, ever in my life. I contracted this virus. And when I contracted this virus, I long hauled the symptoms. It was a summer virus. And if you ever look at COVID thrives in the summer.
Right.
It's the worst airborne virus. That's when it thrives in the summer months. So I contracted this virus. Listen to the year I'm telling you. June of 2019. I got my medical records right here. They're on file in the court. I'm gonna give you the court cases that these same medical records are on file in, and that they still the case. Okay. So the following month, July of 2019, I request a mask mandate again from the Department of Public Safety. I request another mask mandate, trying to explain to them that a mysterious illness was circulating in the prison and that we needed masks. They denied it. This was 6 months before the December 2019 Wuhan, China outbreak. So basically, you're talking to the only man on earth that requested a mask mandate before Dr. Fauci, the World Health Organization, the CDC, or anybody was talking about COVID-19 and wearing masks. You're talking to the only man in the world that did that. Marlon Goodwin. All right, but there's more. They suppressed me so bad during the election time, trying to keep me quiet, that so Roy Cooper could steal the election for Dan Ford. They suppressed me so bad. They suppressed my mail because I was trying to contact Dan Ford to let him know, like, hey, you can win this election if you know that Roy Cooper and the DNC and the GPS, Department of Public Safety, denied my mask mandate. They could have prevented a pandemic and saved many lives and kept the economy up. And not only kept the economy up, breached national security and national health security. They suppressed me so bad. And they're still suppressing me right now to this day. And I haven't even got to talking about Dr. T. Anthony Spearman, Jehovah God rest his soul. He died trying to help me. He was the president of the NAACP. And when he found out about me, he immediately went to the governor's mansion, demanding my release from prison. When he found out everything that I had went through, he immediately went to the governor's mansion, demanding my release. And then, after that, he wanted to fly to China, to Wuhan, China, and speak to a law professor out there named Sai Yi. He wanted to talk to her and let her know everything because they wouldn't cooperate. And you know what happened to Dr. Smith? Guess where he's at right now, Ernest?
Where?
Where he's dead.
Dang.
They found him, they said he committed suicide, but I knew Dr. Smith did not commit suicide. He did not commit suicide. You see, I do a lot of reading, and I read about the CIA killing techniques and all that stuff, and I believe the way that they found him dead was it came from the government, and I'm just being honest about it. And I write Roy Cooper, I write Josh Stein and them, I go to court for them. I'm going to give you the name of this case. It's called Marlon Goodwin versus Josh Stein, ETAL, 26 CV 009636-910.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Damn.
Everybody go on Pacer and look that up. Look that case up. The other case, I'm going to tell you about that case first. I just found it. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. You know, I haven't been sitting in here. Jehovah has blessed me to be a vessel to where I can talk. And when I talk to the governor and them, I talk to them like they're little kids because that's what they are. They don't deserve to be in there. They deserve to be in jail. They deserve to be in jail where we're at right now. There's a lot more I have to say, but I'm on borrowed time, and I don't think I got any more phone minutes up here. But yeah,
All right.
look that case up, and it's gonna show you everything. It's pending in the Wake County Superior Court, and I'm about to get the governor removed from office. It's an unprecedented case. And do you know how I'm about to get, like I told you, I got my friend out there in Tennessee. We done ran the case through the artificial intelligence. And it says, and it confirms the same thing. Based on what they did to me, I have the right to get him out of office.
Hey, that's what it is. Hey, check this out, man. I ain't trying to cut you off. I'm definitely, you know what I mean, listening to what you're saying, you know what I mean. Definitely think your story is dope or whatever, man. And like a lot of people can be inspired by it, and there's some people out there that can help also. But I don't know if this is if your story in general is is what you wanted to tell me or whatever. Cause like when the homie reached out to me, he made it seem like it was something like that happened recently, like a certain story that you may have went through or that you may have shared with him or whatever. So, like I said, I'm just trying to get a full understanding, like because your story in general of what everything you went through, yeah, that's enough right there. But if it's more, I just want to, kind of set the stage for that.
It's a lot more.
Gotcha.
It's a lot more. That's what I was saying. I would probably have to answer, but that's just the first part of the story.
Right.
I haven't told you about the second part, how they're committing genocide, how they locked us in. Now they got away with the COVID-19. Did you hear about this new flu season? Did you hear about this new flu season and the mutation of this new virus?
Yeah, heard about that.
That's the killer part. Okay, so I forewarned them about that in September of 2025. They have locked all of us in the rooms, and we don't get to come out the room for 1 day a month. So I wrote to the governor, I wrote to the secretary of districts, and I wrote to Peter Buckle. These are our public officials that's supposed to be protecting us. And I got acknowledgement. And I told them then, I said, hey man, y'all committing genocide. I said, for one, y'all learned from the pandemic that black people need sunlight in order for us to be able to maintain a healthy immune function. Do you know that these people locked us in the room for 30 days out of a 30-day month, a room the size of a parking space, with no access to any outdoors recreation? So all the black men became vitamin D deficient. And I wrote to them and told them, I said, hey, we were the hardest hit by COVID-19. I said, we always had a poor health outcome because of the standard of health that we already are providing. I broke this down to the government. I said to them, by us being vitamin D deficient and being deprived of sunlight, I said, you're about to cause a mutation of the flu virus. I told them this in black and white. And they turned around and didn't listen to me. And guess what happened? When the flu season hit, they say it's the most terrible flu season to hit in 40 years. And North Carolina was the highest state with the highest amount of flu deaths and flu rate. The highest flu rate. That's according to the CDC. And even more telling, North Carolina has one of the biggest top 3 prison systems in the United States, meaning building-wise. So when you get all these buildings, and blacks make up the most of the population of the prison system.
Yeah.
Of the prison system. So if you look at the elements of genocide, that means depriving a race of people, which we are descendants of slaves. That means depriving us of the things that we need. So they locked us in here. All of us in here right now are vitamin D deficient. There's no telling 10, 15 years from now what that's going to cause. So when they locked us in here like that, the virus got in here and it mutated. And it caused not only a bad flu season, but it caused a lot of death. It caused a lot of death in here. So I took them to court for that. I took them to court for it. I filed a petition of writ of mandamus, and I took them to court for it. So we're in the courthouse right now. And they've been retaliating on me left and right. I'm talking about it's coming straight from the governor's mansion. The judge wants to take deal. But I'm not trying to advocate deal because I need the public to know about this. Like, know that these prisons are bacterial and viral hubs, factories, and weapons.
Right.
These prisons are killing us.
Yeah.
They're just not only killing us out there. What they do to us in here affects y'all out there. Trust and believe it. It affects y'all health. It affects y'all health to a degree where y'all just in the same amount of peril as us in here. But like I said, the lawsuit that I filed is a mandamus petition. I asked for this place to be depopulated. The Judge Ridgway said my case had merit. I found the case myself with the aid of my friend out there in Tennessee, Kenneth Parnell.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I found it out there. I found it. And hopefully, Lord's will, it'll get granted. The judge already said that it had merit. But they're retaliating on me so bad. They sent me up here to the foothills. And when I was on my way down here, they pointed. They made sure the officer pointed to a flag sitting on Interstate 40, sitting about 50 feet high. And guess which flag it was?
Oh, damn Confederate flag, more than likely.
It was a Confederate It was a Confederate flag.
Yeah.
And
You have 30 seconds remaining.
make sure that I seen that. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. You know, we're things of mythology in the street, but in prison, it's a renowned and reverent position. Ernest, the phone's about to hang up, and I'm gonna get some more minutes tomorrow, so, and I'm probably trying to call you back and finish it up tomorrow. You just let me know a good time.
Hey man, anytime after 7, man, we're gonna keep the ball rolling, man. But I definitely enjoyed this, man. And it's more to live for me and you.